Welcome to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. The evolution of car-themed video games. Car-themed video games have revved up their way into the fast lane of gaming culture, seamlessly merging the thrill of driving with the creativity of gaming. From the rudimentary pixelated tracks of the 80s to today's hyper-realistic simulations, these games have not only entertained millions but have also evolved alongside advancements in technology and shifts in automotive culture. This evolution reflects the deep-rooted connection between automotive culture and entertainment. Let's take a thrilling ride through time to explore how car-themed video games have transformed, leaving a lasting impact on both the gaming and automotive worlds. The origins of car-themed video games. Arcade beginnings. From Night Driver to Pole Position. The journey of car-themed video games began in the neon-lit arcades of the late 70s and early 80s, where players first experienced the adrenaline of racing. Night Driver, released in 1976, was one of the pioneering games that introduced the concept of racing with its rudimentary graphics and simple gameplay mechanics. In this black-and-white game, players navigated a series of lines on the screen that simulated the experience of driving through a highway at night. Although primitive by today's standards, Night Driver was a groundbreaking attempt to simulate the driving experience and set the foundation for future racing games. The real game changer came with Pole Position in 1982, which revolutionized the racing genre with its pseudo-3D graphics and competitive racing dynamics. Developed by Namco, Pole Position featured a more sophisticated graphics engine that provided a semi-immersive racing experience, allowing players to feel like they were racing in a real-world circuit. The game's use of a real-world track, the Fuji Speedway, introduced players to a level of realism that was unprecedented at the time. Pole Position's innovative gameplay and graphical advancements had a profound impact on the genre, influencing countless developers and setting new standards for racing games. The rise of home console racing. As home consoles began to gain popularity in the early 80s, car racing games followed suit, bringing the excitement of the arcade into living rooms. The Atari 2600, released in 1977, and the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, launched in 1983, played a significant role in this transition. The Atari 2600 brought games like Enduro, 1983, to the forefront, offering players an endurance-based racing experience where they raced against time and weather conditions. The game's scrolling track design and increasing difficulty levels created a sense of progression and challenge that kept players engaged. Nintendo's Excitebike, 1984, introduced players to a more action-oriented racing experience with a focus on motocross. The game allowed players to perform stunts and navigate challenging terrains, adding an element of skill and excitement to the racing experience. Excitebike was notable for its track editor feature, which allowed players to create and share their own custom tracks, fostering creativity and expanding the gameplay possibilities. As home consoles continued to evolve, so did car-themed games. Titles such as Outrun, 1986, for the Sega Master System and Badlands, 1987, for arcade machines showcased advancements in graphics and gameplay. Outrun, developed by Sega, was renowned for its innovative graphics and non-linear gameplay, allowing players to choose their own route through the game's stages. The game's emphasis on exploration and player choice marked a departure from the more linear racing games of the time, setting the stage for future innovations in the genre. Advancements in technology and graphics. The transition to 3D graphics. The 1990s marked a major leap in the evolution of car-themed video games with the transition from 2D to 3D graphics. This era introduced games like Ridge Racer, 1993, and Daytona USA, 1994, which showcased the potential of 3D environments and realistic car models. Ridge Racer, developed by Namco for the PlayStation, was praised for its impressive 3D graphics and drifting mechanics. The game's vibrant visuals and dynamic racing environments set a new standard for realism in racing games, offering players a more immersive experience than ever before. Similarly, Daytona USA by Sega became iconic for its advanced 3D graphics and fast-paced gameplay. The game featured a fully 3D racing environment with real-time car physics, creating a sense of speed and immersion that was groundbreaking at the time. Daytona USA also introduced innovative features such as a dynamic weather system and a range of vehicle customization options, further enhancing the realism and depth of the racing experience. The transition to 3D graphics not only enhanced visual realism but also allowed developers to create more complex gameplay mechanics. Games like Gran Turismo, 1997, pushed the boundaries of realism with its meticulously detailed car models and accurate driving physics. Gran Turismo offered players a driving simulator experience that mirrored the intricacies of real-life racing, setting a new benchmark for the genre. Online multiplayer and open world. The advent of the internet brought a new dimension to car-themed video games, transforming them from solitary experiences into global competitions. Games like Midnight Club, 2000, and Forza Horizon, 2012, embraced online multiplayer, allowing players to race against friends and strangers from around the world. Midnight Club, developed by Rockstar Games, offered a street racing experience with open-world exploration and online multiplayer modes. The game's expansive city environments and customizable vehicles provided players with a sense of freedom and creativity, making it a popular choice for online racing enthusiasts. Forza Horizon, developed by Playground Games, took the open-world concept to new heights with its expansive environments and detailed car customization options. The game allowed players to explore vast virtual landscapes, participate in various racing events, and interact with other players online. The inclusion of a dynamic weather system and day-night cycles further enhanced the realism and immersion of the game, offering players a truly immersive racing experience. Stay tuned for Part 2, where we'll cover the advancements in technology and graphics that shaped the genre. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more automotive information like this. Thank you for watching.